Hey guys, welcome back once again. In this video I am going to show you how to implement infinite scroll in AGGrid table. Alright, as you can see here I have a simple AGGrid table and already I have implemented infinite scroll functionality. So to check that, let's do right click and go to inspect, and here let's go to network tab. And now let me refresh this page. Okay, so first time here it made a API call, and here it passed query param string as a 2 value, starting as a 0 and ending index as a 100. So now if I scroll down this here, it is gonna to make another one call, as you can see here, and here the starting value is gonna to be 100 and ending is 200. So now let me scroll down more, and here as you can see it have made another one call, so 200 to 300, and here this is about 300 to 400, and here let me scroll down here. So this table totally have 500 records, so now as you can see 400 to 500, and once our data is over it is not gonna to make any extra call. Okay, so now here what if I want to search something? So for that here let me type in filter age. So here as you can see I got all the record whose age is 23, and now here I am passing so age equal to 23 and a starting index as a 0 and ending as a 100. Okay guys, so let's jump to the VS Code and implement this infinite scroll in AGGrid. So let's come to the src and here open app.js. Okay, and here as you can see we have AGGrid. Okay, and here we are passing column definition, pagination true, pagination per page size here 8, DOM layout auto height, and here row model type as a server side. Okay, so this is all about the server side pagination, filter, search and sorting. So in last video we have discussed and we have seen how to implement this one. So if you have not seen that video, I will recommend you to watch that video first and continue here. So you can find the link in description of this video. As already we have discussed, if we are making any change in filter or sorting, it is gonna to call onGrid ready, and from here it is gonna to call this set server side data source, and this is for the server side model. So here we have defined our data source at the top here. Okay, and here we will get all the information about the AGGrid, and this is the URL, and based on the condition we are applying and modifying our URL, and after that here we are making the call. So now let's have a look on documentation. So for that here browser, and now here let's go to the AGGrid official website. Okay, and from here let's select this documentation, and here let's go to this server side data and scroll down at the last here, and as you can see here we have this infinite row model. So let's click on this. Okay, and select here React. So now here scroll down, and here as you can see we have to pass this row model type as a infinite. Okay, and here from the API we have to set this data source by using set data source function. Okay, so before here we used to do this by using set server side data source, but now we have to change this one to set data source. Okay, and we have to pass our data source there. So now let's come back here, and here let's write set data source. Okay, and here let's comment this pagination page size, and here DOM layout, and here let's pass row model type as a infinite, and here we need to define a height of our table. So for that let's add this style, and here height 400. Okay, So now let's save it and let's come back here. So here as you can see we got this error and it's saying the type error, cannot destructure property a start row of params.request as it is undefined. That means the param.request is undefined, so it is not able to destructure this property a start row. So for that here let's come to the console. Okay, and here as you can see we have this undefined because at the top here we are doing console log to this params.request. So now let's remove this request and save it and let's come back here. Okay, so here as you can see we are getting this a start row, end row and sort model, okay, and filter model. That means here we don't need to destructure this property from the params.request. So now here we are getting everything in params itself. So now let's remove this and save it here and let's come back. Okay, so here as you can see right now we have data in our table. Okay, so let me go to this network tab and here for the first time it have made a call from 0 to 100. Now let me scroll down here. So it have made a call from 100 to 200. Now so here it took some time, here it made a call from 300 to 400. So now I can say that the infinite scroll row model type has been applied to our AG grid table. Okay, so now here let me go to this network and from here let's select this slow 3G. Okay, and now let me refresh this page here. Okay, so now as you can see it's taking some time and here we don't have anything. So now let me scroll down and here as you can see we are getting this empty and after that we are getting our data. So instead of displaying that empty, suppose you want to display some custom message, loading, or you want to give process bar there. So for that here we have to add a cell renderer. So let's do that. Come back here and here we want to show that in a athlete. So here I will call it as cell renderer. Okay, and here I will pass as a loading. So now let's come here and add a components to our table. So components equal to components. Okay, and these components doesn't exist, so let's create here. So const components, this is gonna to be a object and here I need to define a property that is called loading. Okay, and here this is gonna to give me a params, so I will call it as params. Okay, and here this is gonna to return a value. So now I will write arrow function and here I will check the condition here if the value exists or not. So here params dot value not equal to undefined. Okay, that means there is a value, then return that value. So params dot value. Okay, so what I am checking here is value. If value exists, return those value. If not, so here else, here I am gonna to return our hard coded text. So here loading and 3 dot. So here what we have done is here we added a cell render called loading. Okay, and here we have defined that loading in our components, and this component we have assigned to our AG grid as you can see here. And now here this is gonna to give me a params, there I will get the value cell information. So here I am checking if the cell value doesn't exist, so here it have to return a text message that is called loading, and if exists return this params dot value. So now let's save it and let's come back here. So here as you can see we have data. So now let me click on this refresh. So here as you can see we are getting this text loading. Now let me scroll down here. So here as you can see we are getting loading everywhere. That means we are able to render our custom loading component. Okay, so now what if I want to render a process bar? So for that here already I have copied one link. This is from the EZGrid only. So let me show you here, and as you can see here this is loading symbol. Okay, so now here what I will do is, instead of returning here this loading here, I will return a image. Okay, and here I will pass this as a src, and now let's close this one. Let's wrap this image in a double quote. So here double quote and return as a string here. So save it and let's come back here, and here as you can see it's started processing here. So now if I will scroll down here, as you can see loading symbol is getting rendered everywhere. Okay, so now once we will get our data, it will replace by the exact value. Okay guys, so in this video we have seen how to implement infinite scroll row model to EZGrid table. So for that here, first of all we passed here row model type as a infinite. Okay, in onGridReady function we are calling this set data source and we are calling our data source. Okay, and from here as a params we will get all the information. So we are destructuring here, and after that we have wrote this logic to modify our URL. Okay, and here finally we are making the call. Okay guys, that's it for this video. You can find the download link of this code in description of this video. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in comment section. If you love this comment, do like, share and subscribe. See you in next video. Thanks for watching.